doesn't get out of bounds in terms of its levels of aggression and ambition in the Indo-Pacific region. We can do both.
We can. I agree with you, Professor. May I go to Vijay Bhai once more, because he gives the perspective of the BJP, India's ruling party. Vijay Bhai, maybe one thing which we can take forward, and I'll get Elizabeth's response to it, is how we are continuing to work on a free trade agreement with the United Kingdom. In fact, I think Boris Johnson is also coming to Delhi end of this month, I think, right, Vijay Bhai? Boris Johnson is coming here, and the British are working very, very hard to try and close a free trade agreement with India. So I think they are pragmatic. I think the Americans need to be a little bit more pragmatic. What do you think, Vijay Bhai?
Arnab, see, there is a legacy issue between India and US relations, and there is a legacy issue between India and USSR or previous USSR. And sometimes those legacy issues and nostalgia dominates and overshadows our current relationship with both the countries. And it happens in both the sides. So what we need to do is to overcome that nostalgia and be pragmatic and transactional and do it whatever best is in India's interest.
Yes.
And that is precisely Modi government is trying to do, is that while we have again condemned the violence and the loss of civilian lives in Ukraine, we are pragmatic about our relations with Russia, and at the same time we are developing a very strong post-Cold War partnership. Now in last 7 years, Prime Minister Modi is dealing with the third US president, and every time the new president comes, there is a speculation that this progress of relationship will somehow slow down, but that has not happened. It has gone from one step to other, and the momentum is not likely to stop.
No, it won't.
Because of Ukraine.
No, it won't.
Because if you see the opening remarks today, both are mentioning Ukraine, but in a very one of the several issues to be discussed, and not the only issues.
Well, I'll get Elizabeth and then Peter to respond to what you said. Elizabeth, you know the words used by Vijay Bhai, pragmatic and transactional. You know, that is our approach towards geostrategy, diplomacy, and economic relationships as well. I think that's what the world needs, isn't it, Elizabeth?
It needs that, but it also needs a country that stands up for countries that have been unjustly treated by others. And until now, the US has played that role, and I think that's why other countries sometimes resent it, because it comes along and tries to fix things, and other countries call it, global policeman and so forth. Well, why can't other countries play that role? Not because they've been told by the US, but because it's the right thing to do. They could win allies.